Hey gardeners, welcome to today's video. I wasn't planning on doing a video because I had so much stuff to do this weekend. As you can see, Stumpy's enclosure was wrecked. So I decided to do a ton of spring cleaning and it wasn't planned. I kind of just started with Stumpy's enclosure and I thought I was going to be done. But then I was looking at all the other enclosures and a lot of these doors I've never taken off and fully cleaned before, and I'm sure it shows. So I decided to clean every single door on every enclosure this weekend. And this video might seem a little bit backwards because this is the second day and I'm going to show you guys the first day after all of the cleaning because I figured it would be more entertaining to end the video with seeing all of the animals rather than me just scrubbing doors. So I thought they looked so much better, and this is something I need to just keep doing because I literally will try to just like reach in and wipe them down. It's so much easier to just take the doors completely off and do it. So I'm also spot cleaning, as you can see. And I had to redo all of the water bowls. So I had to clean all of the water bowls, freshen them up. I was cleaning off the substrate shields as well, but we said hi. And yeah, I decided to go all out and just completely deep clean everything. It was not planned, but once I started, I just couldn't stop. And everything was looking so good, so I just had to keep going. Metamora's doors I've never fully taken off like this and cleaned, so they definitely needed it, and now the enclosure looks way cleaner and I can see through the doors way better. So yeah, here's me scrubbing all of the doors. I like to use distilled white vinegar mixed with water. And there's Metamora, there's her dirty water bowl and her little friends. I had to make sure all the little isopods were off of the bottom before I take it out to clean. So I needed my handy dandy toothbrush. Her water bowl always gets super dirty, so I have to use the distilled white vinegar and a toothbrush. And then I had to do a little bit of spot cleaning in hers and fix some of her branches because she's so active at night. She knocks a lot of them down. So there's me spraying down the enclosure. And then I had to put the water back in. So this is me doing that. And then putting the doors back in. This is so satisfying, by the way. If you have a Zen Habitats enclosure, I don't know why. I've been scared to take the doors off to clean like this because I was worried I would never get them back in. With the original enclosure from like many years ago, I can't take the doors out. That's actually Abraxas's enclosure on the bottom. But all of the other enclosures, I didn't know that it would be so easy to take the doors out. And it was the most satisfying thing ever to scrub them down, and it was so much fun putting them back in because it was so easy. So then I'm doing Bloom, the corn snake enclosure. Bloom had a lot of spot cleaning that I needed to do, and so that's me doing all the spot cleaning, getting all of the poop out of there. Had to scrub down the water bowl, and the doors are super dusty from Bloom. Basically any enclosure where it's really dry, the dirt can get pretty dusty, and the doors are so dirty, especially Abraxas's on the bottom. It's so dirty, but it is what it is. I couldn't take those doors out. So then I moved to the other side of the room, and I started with Casper. His enclosure is the newest, and it wasn't really that dirty, but I decided to scrub everything down anyway, do some spot cleaning, give him some fresh water. So that's all of this. The angle is not the best. I tried my best and I was just tired, to be honest. So filming wasn't really my priority. I was just trying to get everything done. So yeah, there's me putting some water in, doing some spot cleaning, and then I took Chaos's doors off to completely clean off. And those look spectacular. Those, I think it's the first time I fully took those out too. And then the substrate shield was super dirty, especially because Chaos goes all up in between the substrate shield and the doors. Peach's enclosure is so dirty. Tortoises are the dirtiest reptiles, I swear. So her doors, I didn't know if they would come off or not, and they did. And I was so grateful because hers needed it so badly. And her substrate shield is so dirty too. Like everything, this tortoise, I don't know how she does it, but she is destructive and messy. So then I went to Janemba's. Janemba's doors would not come off, so I had to leave those on. But now look at how clear everything is. I don't know if you can see on the video, but when I was in the room, I was like amazed. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do a reptile room tour because now that I just did all this deep cleaning, I feel like it's time. So let me know if you guys want to see a reptile room tour, because I think I may start filming for that. And there's Stumpy. I can see him so clearly. And yeah, I feel pretty satisfied with this. So as the video, oh, there's my Squirbies, by the way, my new addiction. I'm obsessed with Squee. And there's Willie, the chameleon. So this is now the day before. And these are the other chores I had to do. So this was feeding some of the reptiles. So this is an egg, dandelion greens, a little bit of carrot, a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of the eggshell. And then I completely poured way too much calcium in one spot on this. That was an accident. Chancho absolutely loves this. I was thinking about cooking his egg, but he really likes slurping it up like this, and it's easier because I don't have to cook. So he looks very satisfied. And then this was obviously the day before, so this is Peach's enclosure. It didn't even matter because I cleaned this out, and by the next day it looked like this again. It's just ridiculous. Tortoises, I love them, but they're just, oh, they're so messy. So I decided to just make a little salad for Peaches and plop her down in the middle of the room. That way I could clean out her water bowl and do what needs to be done. But she kept trying to go to my Monstera. Finally, she was distracted and I was able to go and do other things. So this is me pulling out some black soldier fly larvae, keeping an eye on Peaches. She was really trying to go for that Monstera leaf, and finally I just moved it out of the way. She loves black soldier fly larva. It is the only bug that Peaches will eat, and it's my favorite feeder of all bugs, honestly. So here's me mixing up all of that moisture into her substrate and putting in some fresh water, which will be very temporary with her. Here she is eating some greens. And then I decided to pick out the rest of my silkworms to feed to the animals as well. I got these from Fram's Cam's Chameleons, so check them out if you want to get some silkworms. And yeah, here's me just picking them all out. And then I was going to give some to Willie. And Willie did not like me putting these bugs in. Just wait and see how Willie reacts. He was like, "What are you doing?" He did not like it at all. But he liked it later on when he realized that I was putting bugs in there. Then I find Peaches eating my pothos, and then I decided she's grounded and she's had enough freedom and she needs to go back in her enclosure because she's just so destructive, doing all the things she's not supposed to be doing. She's just so silly. And then I decided to give her pets because, you know what, why not reward her after being terrible and trying to eat my Monstera and pothos? And she's letting me pet her head, so that was nice. I liked that. And now all the doors just look dirty for the rest of the video because it was the day before I cleaned them. So it looks like, and look at Stumpy's enclosure. It was so dirty, like it needed to get cleaned. But I thought it would be better to just like see the actual animals at the end of the video instead of just me scrubbing doors. So here's Stumpy eating some food. He's kind of shy. He doesn't really typically like eating. Look at, he like freaks out when I put my hand in there. He doesn't really like me reaching into the enclosure. The rest of the salad that I didn't use, it goes to my dubia roaches that go in that container that I hide in my cabinet. And there's Willie again. And I wasn't able to catch him eating. He was just like cruising around. And then this is Abraxas's enclosure. She has been digging like crazy. Her water bowl, the one day she dug so much, I couldn't find her water bowl. It was completely buried. She keeps doing this. And I did see that she laid an egg. So that's why Girly Pop over here has been digging like her life depends on it. So she has started laying eggs. Just another sign that this is a female. So this is me trying to feed her and she wasn't getting it. And then I think she lost interest because she was half in water. And I think she was disturbed that she was in the water bowl. So I was trying to like lure her to come eat her food from her bowl. She's obsessed with the tongs, so she goes wherever the tongs are. And then when I pulled them away, I was waiting for her to see the movement of the bugs, so that way she could finally start eating the bugs. Waiting, and there we go. So there she goes, eating some black soldier fly larvae. And it's really cool. These bugs, when they turn into flies, she loves hunting them as flies too. So does Stumpy, my bearded dragon, and obviously my chameleon. So even if you get these bugs and they turn into the fly form, a lot of reptiles will still eat them. And I feel like it provides more enrichment because they can fly. So your reptile will see that movement and just go hunting for them. Here's Meta. She clearly thought I was about to feed her. I was like, whoa there. She's not feeding you today. So she really thought I was going to give her something. I just thought she looked cute. And she's on a really low branch. She's been doing this for a couple of days now. And typically she doesn't go that low. So I thought it was cool. So then it was time to feed all of the geckos at nighttime. So here is me taking the old little... I use water bottle caps. It's cheap. We drink water, so that's what I use for them. And I'm taking out the old ones and putting in the new. And this is before all of the doors are clean, so now everything just looks dirty again. But yeah, this is pretty much the rest of the video. I wasn't really planning on making a video, but I had a lot to do. So I turned it into this video, and I hope you guys appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys like watching cleaning and stuff, so whatever. Here's me cleaning and doing a ton of chores with all of my animals because it never ends with reptile keeping. There's always something to be done. And here is Oakley's enclosure. I need to get her a new plant because that looks so awful. That one is so dead. I'm thinking I'm gonna get her a new one, like, hopefully tomorrow. In the next video, hopefully you guys will see Oakley with a new plant because she desperately needs it. And here's Chip, my other crested gecko. I thought he was being so cute. He is just the cutest little thing. I love him. So that's me giving him his food. And then, yeah, closing it up. There's another clip of Chip. Hopefully you guys can see it. It was really dark, but this camera picks it up better than my other phone. And then Casper came out at nighttime, and I thought he looked pretty cool, so I filmed it. And then that's pretty much it. So Citrus came out. This is the final clip. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the animals and some chores, and I will see you guys in the next one.